Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. How you doing? It's your first time here. Hit that subscribe button. If you've been waiting, thank you. Hopefully, I remember how to do all this. Took me a little while to figure out how to use the computer today. I actually have not touched. I haven't touched a computer. I've been mostly just doing whatever I need to do for my phone. I haven't touched a computer since last. It's over a week. 11 days ago. Have not been on my computer, which I guess is kind of freeing, but at the same time, you know, kind of crazy. If you're not yet a member of our options trading group, the link is below. Link is below. Who was here? I was talking to Joe. I was talking to Dorian. Who else? Matthew. Hamed. Who else is in here? Keith. Richard. Chicken Wing, which is kind of interesting. Chicken Wing. If you're here right now, say what up. What's going on? JC, Sammy, Crypto Slice. What's going on? Oh, Chicken Wing is Jay. Okay, so it's hard for me to keep you guys' names straight. So on Facebook, you have your real names, and then on YouTube, you got your alias. You know, let's. You know, it's hard. What's up, Eric? What's going on? S&B tree removal. What was? I know you're in our group. I can't remember what name you were. Like I said, I'm trying to keep everybody straight. It looks like you lost weight over Thanksgiving. I don't know, man. I actually haven't weighed myself. And the stream's a minute in. We got like 30 people here. Man, it's good to be back. Good to be back in the chair. Oh, Steve, what's going on? Steve. Greg, we're back in it. Tom. Who else is here? If you're here right now, say what up. And we, before we get into it, just so you guys know, I just got a text. So it's kind of weird. We just got dumped on this huge winter storm, this huge blizzard last night. I mean, it was insane. Like, trees were down, and my neighbors, I spent 3 hours shoveling those trees down. I mean, it was crazy. So that being said, Comcast, my internet service provider, sent me a little text today, just right at 3:27 p.m., 3 minutes before I hop on the stream, saying severe weather may be causing service interruptions in your area. So, guys, if I get dropped from this stream, most likely because, we're basically in Alaska here, trying to make it through. So, till BK, what up? So, Crypto Slice couldn't trade today. I started a new job. I'd rather be on my trade station than mobile. Yeah, it's hard for me to trade from mobile as well. So, yeah, guys, if, we're here in the Arctic. It's a little bit too hot to wear my parka, but I mean, it was intense. And it's the kind of snow that's not light. Like you gotta scoop it in layers. You can't just take the whole thing. Luckily, my heart seems to be in good condition. I got a little bit of a workout. It was nice. About time to pack your bags. Hope you had a great holiday. Yeah, how's everyone's Thanksgiving? I hope everyone. So today I'm going to probably be doing a little bit longer stream just to get everybody in. If you guys have any questions, looks like Sammy, the market overall corrections. Looks like you guys had a fun week last week. Like I was saying, I was actually talking to a bunch of people. JC Sater, what's up? I was actually talking to a bunch of people over my break, and seems like you guys made a lot of money, and it was like probably one of the worst weeks to take off trading. I didn't think it was going to be that volatile, but man, you guys got paid, huh? At least I guess if you were short, not if you were long, but seems like you guys were getting paid. Hamed didn't eat turkey. Well, I ate turkey for you. I had 3 plates. 3 plates. Mateo, what's going on? JC Sater, still got your GE puts. Unfortunately, down here, it's not making the kind of moves that I was hoping for. But it's okay. Even if Expire's worthless, in the last 2 weeks, I'm up over $2,000 on GE. So, if I lose a couple $100, it's not going to be the worst. But, I mean, I'd rather not lose the money, but I'm happy with the way GE's been going my way. Joe, I was trading the markets even though they were closed. Well, gotta practice, man. Gotta practice. So, definitely appreciate everyone that was, that sent in donations on my last stream. You guys kicked me off to a good one. I actually picked up some more of these made in Mexico Cokes, which if Trump wants to do what he wants to do, he may not be getting those anymore. So I might have to stock up. Greg pulled his money out of Robinhood. Today was my first full day on Tasty. Congrats, Greg. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club. Yeah, so today, let's talk about a little bit about today. I'll go through my trades. We'll go a little bit longer today. I mean, as long as you guys want to interact or not interact, let me know. Usually we go about an hour, but we can cut it off at any time. Richard, my man, appreciate you, Richard. I did send you a message on Facebook over the weekend, but I don't know if you got it or not. But thank you, man. Appreciate you, really, I do. Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna take that $20. I'm gonna stock up on these Cokes here because it seems like maybe I won't be getting those anymore if things go the way they're going right now. So this morning, what I did, because I wasn't really involved in the market. Obviously, I was always checking into the markets when I had my break, but I didn't really do any trades. I closed out USO last week when it gapped down, quite a bit. Went down like how much did it go? Like 10% last week. So I got some money out of that, some positions I had on. But really, I stayed back. And today, let's go to my trades here. I actually didn't think I was going to be this aggressive. I was actually thinking I was only going to do like 1 or 2 trades today, and I ended up doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. And the reason why I was looking at the trades is because, you guys, the volatility was down, VIX was down, and things were gradually getting cheaper for the trades that I was looking at. So when I signed on this morning, things were kind of pricey. And as the day kind of went on, as you guys know, like with the VIX, and Joe, you'll appreciate this, volatility was just going down the toilet, and it was making the options cheaper. So I was able to get some better deals, and some of my positions that I put on earlier, I probably overpaid a little bit because volatility went down. But I thought it was going to. I actually thought we were going to have like a gap up and rip down kind of day. Because that's what it looked like. So we on the S&Ps, if you look here, we gapped up, and then it was starting to give it back, and then it just ripped back up. So really didn't go anywhere since it ripped up, and then it went down and then ripped up. I mean, really still sitting at those highs that are originally put in the first half hour of the day. So really didn't go anywhere, and volatility got crushed. I don't know what's going on right now with tech. I mean, Apple is dropping. Facebook is dropping, Alibaba is dropping, Microsoft is not really. So I traded a lot of tech. Wally, what's going on? Chetan, what's going on? What's up? How's everyone doing? So I put some trades on. AMD, we'll go through AMD first. Or do you guys want to talk about hold on, let's rewind. I was really surprised last week that the S&Ps, we had a green day. We had almost at one point it was like a 2% day. We're at $40 today, the S&Ps. But as you could tell, if you're looking at this chart right here, I mean, I know that when we have green days like this, so it's kind of like in 2017, It's 2017 was, when we have a red day, when we had a red day in 2017, people were like, oh my gosh, the floor is going to fall out, things are going to go up, and it would just give back a little bit, and then we go green again. We give back a little bit, and then we go up. And it doesn't matter, which way the market is going. If we have a green day, but on the red days we give up more. It really doesn't matter. Like if the market is going up and we have a couple red days and then it continues to go up, I mean, obviously, overall we're going to be up money. Now, if we're going down and then the green days aren't as big as the red days, obviously we're still in a downtrend, which we're sitting at the bottom here. I mean, we're back down here. You could say that, hey, we bounced here at like 2650, which seems to have bounced around this area before. But I mean, like, for the bulls to get in the clear of this, they're going to have to break this downtrend, which they're going to have to be above like 2850, 2900 at this point. I mean, because that's where we're at. And to get that back, and what's going to happen is they're trying to go green for 2018. A lot of politics, a lot of things are happening right now. They want the markets, obviously, doesn't matter what political party you're with or whatever. I mean, obviously, a green year is a green year, a red year is a red year. So right now we got like one month left, approximately a little bit more than a month left for the markets to go green. And where did we open up in January? So we opened up high. We opened up at like 2800, 2805, 2810, something like that. Gilda, Cobra Commander, what's up? My first time streaming in six business days, which is like 12 to 13 actual days. Welcome back. Glad to see you guys are all still rocking with me and didn't abandon me. Excuse me. Got a little cough from all my shoveling today. So that's kind of like my thoughts of while I was gone is, we went down a lot last week. And even if we come back up to like 2,800, let's say in the next 2 weeks, and that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, we're going to have 100, but we've been having 100-point swings lately. So, it's definitely possible. But if it gets rejected here again, I mean, we may just be range bound for a while. So right now, I'm just trading the ranges is where I'm at. So looking into AMD, Steve, I'll hit you with Roku in a minute. Let me get through some of my trades here, and then we'll open it up to whatever you guys want to talk about. AMD. So AMD, I actually was bearish on it, and it had a rough week. It had some. So I put the trade on. What time did I put that on? At 11:15. So yeah, I didn't start trading till like the afternoon because I was just kind of waiting. Because I was waiting to kind of get a feeling for the market. I didn't have really any positions on. I was just trying to see what's going on, trying to get the pulse of the market again. Try to understand where we're at, where we're heading, and what looks like good deals, what looks like not good deals. And when I trade every day, it's a lot easier. But when you take a break, it's not so easy. So 11. So I put the trade on when it we gapped up today on AMD. Then it gave it back. It went red, and then it ripped up, but then it gave it back again. So when it got rejected, I put the trade on right in here when it was coming back up again. I actually did a little bit of a bearish trade. I bought the 19 put and then the 2050 call, for 79 cents. I thought, okay, we can break through 19. If we break through 19, easily low 18s, maybe high 17s was my target. Because we came back down here. If it came back down here to like 1850, 1860, I would definitely call it a win. This week I'm not looking for huge gainers. I'm just looking for small wins, get some confidence back since I haven't traded in a while, and really just wanted to, get some trades in there to kind of, pushing the buy button on the first trade was definitely the hardest because, you really got to get into the rhythm, got to get into a flow. You got to figure out where the market is going. And, at this point, then it ripped up, it's giving it back a little bit. So, I'm down in that position a little bit because I was bearish on it. We were riding like the low. We were like 1930 at the time, and then it just ripped up the rest of the day. I still have that 2050 call for protection. Crypto Van, what's going on? Wally, I was off for a while. I made a lot of stupid mistakes. Can't seem to follow the rules. Paper trade, my man. Paper trade. Learn learn how to control your emotions. Your emotions are everything. Like, you know, you can know the best pricing in the world. You can know what's going on. You can know which way the market is going. But if you can't control your emotions, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose a lot. So, you know, I still got the 2050 call at close. I was down $15 on it. Not a big deal. You know, we'll see we'll see where it goes. We got some time on it. Oh, Chetan says Trump's moving forward with tariffs. Is that why tech is? Which I guess that'll be interesting for my BABA trade. I'm trying to see here. I'm on the homepage of CNBC. I don't see anything glaring. Oh, it says Trump suggests U.S. could slap 10% tariffs on iPhone and laptops imported from China. So that's going to be interesting. There's some stuff going on with GM as well, which we can cover. I don't know if anyone's trading GM, but crypto sounds like EZ. What's going on, EZ? EZ, my man. What's going on? GE bottom. You know, what is the bottom? What is the top, really? You know, BABA. I can go over my position. So the BABA, I put a trade on. So I bought the one. I would put another bearish strangle on this one for $1.75 credit or debit. I'm sorry. I bought the 162.50 call, the 150 put, and the reason why I did that, because right here at 155 has been 155, like 155, 153 area has been like resistance for Alibaba. And I figured if it pushes up past through like 160, you know, 162.50, you know, the call's cheap. You know, the call was pretty cheap at the time. I don't know what it was going for at close here. Yeah, the call was like 60 cents, you know, and we had so I thought I would have a pretty good chance if it broke through, it would go to 160, but I was really hoping it would fall back down to like 150. I got that 150. I got the 150 put, and I was really thinking that, you know, if it last time it was around this 155 range, came all the way down to 143 in 3 trading days. You know, my target on this is like 148ish, 149. Not trying to get too greedy. Definitely was playing the bear side because, as you can see here, you know, it kind of tops out and then it goes down. And now with this tariff news, I mean, I might get that tomorrow. I mean, might be a quicker flip. I was hoping by Wednesday, but it might be a quicker flip than I thought if we can get some action. And actually, today when it ripped up to like 156, 155 area, it gave back like $3-4 here, and then we went back up, obviously. But now we're back down to where this is at. So, you know. So I was definitely playing the bearish card on this one, but if it does break through 158, 159, 160, then, you know, green sky is ahead till like 165 area. So at that point, like when I put on like a bearish strangle and it goes the other direction, my hope is to break even or make a small profit. I'm not looking to make like 100-200% gainer on that. That's for sure. Trump's going to ruin my AMD short I have planned. Should have shorted it on the green day, Joe. Red is my new favorite color. You're gonna, I guess you guys can get used to red, as you did yesterday, or last week. Apple was another one. I actually put this on too early, and I'm down $43 on it. Right now it's going, I bought it for $1.49, down 43, so it was going a little bit over $1, and the premium really got crushed in that. So what I was looking at on Apple, I mean, Apple looks terrible. Terrible. My target on Apple, so I bought the 165 put and the 180 call. You know, here I was playing the resistance again. You know, round 180, it had some trouble in the past here. Round 180 and it came back down. If it does break through 180, you know, 185, 190 pretty easily. As you could tell last week Apple went down. I mean, Apple went from 194 in the last week down to 170, like $24 drop, $25 drop. I mean, so I mean, a $10 move is definitely not out of the question right now. Move $24. I mean, it could consolidate and crush premiums, but I was thinking that I wanted to get an Apple trade in here just because it dropped so much, and I really liked where it was on this chart here for the 1 year chart. If it gets rejected at 180, which it did, I was actually hoping it gets rejected up in here, like the 175, because then it can go to the low 160s pretty easily, and I have that 165 put. So my target on here is like 163 area, 164. Not trying to get too greedy with it, but that's another $10 drop, which is kind of crazy. And now those are we're losing a little bit of money on that, because actually we're probably not anymore now that it's dropped. We're probably close to break even now. And my screen froze. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now that it's dropped, we're probably, because I actually shorted it. This was not probably a great trade on my part, but I was really thinking that if it was going to break through 170, it was going to flush. So not the best trade setup for me, because I shorted it what time was that? I shorted it 11:33. So 11:33. Yeah, we were starting to recover, so I shorted it again. I mean, I shorted it. That's where I shorted it, and that's when it started to recover. So that explains why I'm down, because I put a bearish position on, and then it started to recover. If it breaks through 180, great. If it doesn't, we're definitely gonna be going lower, I feel. I mean, right now Apple does not have a lot of good news surrounding it. Does not. So, USO. So USO is another one of those that it's kind of like a GE for me, where we're in an undeniable downtrend. We're down here at 1094 closed at. I sold some last week. It did take a while for it to pan out. So for USO, I'm buying far out. I bought December 14th, so 18 days out. So not like far out, but further away out than like. I'm not trading weeklies. And the reason for that, like if you're trading like single digit stocks like USO or GE, to think about it, like for this to move down to $10, so I bought the $10 strike puts. From it to go down to 11 down to 10, I mean that's like a 9%, 10% move, So for GE to go down another $1 like that, like it's beyond a 10% move now. So as you know, like 10% moves aren't very common, and if you want to move 10%, you need to do it over a course of a few days. And like USO is kind of the same boat. Yes, it could rip down $1. Yes, it could rip up $1, and it has last week. But it's better to err on the side of caution for this one, because you never know. You want to give yourself enough time on this, and it's been closing below 11, and today was green, so I shorted it again. I bought the 11 puts for about 3 of them per account for 27 cents. So we got some time. If it goes up a little bit more, I'll average in a little bit. It's easier for me to trade when I'm in a position and I'm rotating and maneuvering and playing defense than it is like to go. It was actually kind of hard to put a position on after not trading for a week. It was actually kind of hard to put a position on. And the way that I trade personally, like the way that I go, is I tend to do better when I have positions on already, and then maneuvering around that and playing defense or adding positions to accommodate those positions or defend certain positions. So, once we broke the ice, as you can see, we got things a little bit rolling. So I think USO is going lower, but it may. USO traded flat in 11 days out. I feel like it's going to lose. We'll see. I mean, I'm typically not one to trade these kind of charts, but right now there's no good news on oil. So what people get confused about a lot in the markets is just because it goes down a lot doesn't mean it should go back up, or just because it goes up a lot doesn't mean it needs to go back down. Like, it needs to have a catalyst. Like, it needs to have a reason for it to go down. It needs to have a reason for it to go up. Otherwise, it's just trending in a direction. And right now, USO is trending down, just like the rest of the market. And unless oil has a catalyst to go up, you know, it's just not going to go up for no reason. Joe, kidding me? Yes, they did. USO puts traded to. Yes, I bought December 14th. So they were 27 cents. What do you think of Roku calls? Steve asked that. Wally, I'll finish up my trades here. I know I have a lot of trades. I'm going to extend this this video today. Facebook, I put another strangle on. I bought the 139 call, the 131 put for this week. What I liked on Facebook, I was actually putting this position on to accommodate or complement my bearish positions. This was a bullish position. I was thinking that it could trade, so I bought the 139 call. I thought that maybe we could retrade, come up to 140, 143 area up in here after dropping so far. But I mean, obviously we're in a downtrend. But really, because I was pretty short. I wanted to have a bullish trade on after the market started to recover in the afternoon, so I put on a bullish position. But now I think that Facebook's down a little bit. So we got the 131, 139. So I was actually hoping it was going to go up through 140. But now, who knows? That's the thing. Like with the tariff and the political news, that's why like people are like, hey, do you only do strangles and do you only do this? And the answer is no. Like USO, I just bought puts outright, but I've been pretty successful in this market with strangles just because the news has been so frequent. I guess I could say the news has been very frequent, and you know, the charts are doing what they're doing. But if news comes out, like tariff news and political news and that kind of stuff, the chart doesn't matter anymore. So that's why I've been hedging and protecting myself. Yes, I don't make as much money as I should, but I'm making consistent returns, which is the goal. Like, yes, if I just bought the puts or if I just bought the calls or just bought that, I would be making more money if it goes that direction. But with the way the news has been going, it's been difficult to you know, the trends are undeniable, but when you trade options, you also have to get the timing right. Like let's say Facebook, let's say I'm bullish on Facebook, and let's say that the news comes out, like Trump did something tech related, it drops down to 133, and I only had the 139 call, and it eats up 2 days trying to get back up to 139, and then maybe on Monday it goes back up to 139 or 140. But by that time, my position already expired. So you gotta account for the news these days. I mean, I know that we haven't had it in the past, but this year, 2018, you got to account for the news factor, because the news factor is wrecking accounts. Like seriously, people are losing a lot of money. So I've been hedging everything, except for oil and GE and other garbage like that. But Microsoft, I also put a position on. I got the 105 put, the 108 call near close, like in power hour, the last hour, 219. And the reason why I did that was Microsoft has been a very consistent winner for me. And what I liked was it was you know, $1.40, pretty cheap. You know, the VIX and premium got crushed near the end of the day, so it was a good time to put a position on. And Microsoft, as you can see, we gapped up and down the right corner here. Gapped up to, let's see here, it opened at 104. So I was thinking that it could, you know, I bought the 105, it could go below 105 or it could go above 108. And let's go to Microsoft's 1 year chart here. And, you know, basically I was looking for like a 110 area or like a 104, 103 area. So for Microsoft, and it was pretty cheap and we have some time. So it was actually pretty decently priced, and it was within the expected move. You know, for this week, obviously, I mean, if the week's flat, that's going to eat my premium. But so far the weeks have not been flat, so it was actually pretty affordable for a contract. Obviously, as we get closer to expiration, we're going to need to flip this like tomorrow, Wednesday, or defend it. So we'll see how it goes. But I like if tomorrow the market flushes on this green day, it can come back down here to 103 easy, and I'll be up a couple $100. I mean, so this Microsoft trade was very interesting to me. Didn't cost me a lot of capital, and it was set up. It was set up pretty nice. Hamada, glad you like it. Joe, it says I'm not up. Joe, I'm not up at anything on this USO position. I'm down $6. I mean, at close, these were going for 25 cents. I paid 27 cents. So, not sure. Yeah, I still got GE. I still got this GE position that I had on, but like, I thought for sure it was going to crack today, and it didn't. I thought for sure. I mean, this was selling off hard while the market was recovering, and this, Sorry if I sound a little stuffy. I still battling stuff over here. So, GE. What else did I have on? I think. Oh, IBM. IBM. I have this trade on for December. IBM. I have. I got December 21st. Down a lot on it, actually. And the reason why we're down on it is because it hasn't gone anywhere since I put it on. So once we get if we get some momentum to the upside, I definitely think it could break out. But, we'll see. It looks like it wants to establish a bottom in this range here between, 114 and 120 area. If it establishes a range here and comes back up to like 130, my target on here is not to get to 135, but looking to get to 130 area. You bought USO $10 puts. Joe, I'm not going to waste any more time on this, but Joe, I got the order right here in all my accounts. I'll show it to you right here. USO, Phil, 27 right here. On this account, USO, filled, 27 right here as well. If you look at USO, I'll pull up the chart for what those guys are going for. Let me... let's go to. I don't know what broker you're trading with, Joe, but I mean at close it was only 24. The bid was 24, the ask was 26, so it didn't really move a lot since I bought it. And then this is here's the US. I mean it went. Let's do the so you can see. Oops. Let's go to the. I mean this is today. Pretty flat. Never traded to easy. Don't get you going. But I'm just trying to show you. Like I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to show you here. This is how you look up option prices. This is the option prices. USO up here, as you can see, USO weeklies, December 14th, 2018, $10 puts. The highest they traded today was at open. It traded for 29 cents, and that was it. And this was probably me at 27 because I bought. How many did I buy? 3, 6. So I bought 12. I bought 12 of them. So this was probably me right here at like 27 area. Yeah, 1140. So yeah, right here. This is actually me right here. Right here. So maybe you need to get a better broker. Seems like you're getting ripped off, Joe. Seems like you're getting ripped off. James, welcome to the fam. Glad you guys are enjoying. Man, I'm really surprised. We got like 50 people here. If you're here right now, say what up. If you weren't sure why we weren't uploading videos, I actually took a break for Thanksgiving, and it was a good break, but I missed a lot of action. It looked like, Um, William, what's going on? Okay, Roku. Everybody wants to know about Roku, apparently. Let's see here. Yeah, Roku looks... I mean, right to me right now, Roku just looks like it wants to consolidate. I would be very interested in, you know, they had bad earnings, which is a reflection on, and I think they had bad. Their guidance wasn't good either. So, the only thing about Roku, just like I was saying earlier, what I was saying earlier is just because the stock goes down a lot doesn't mean it should go back up. Like, just because Roku reached a high of 77 and now is only 40 doesn't mean it's going to return to 77. It could go down to 29 like it did down here. It could go lower. Right now it looks like it's trying to find a base. Rocky, what's going on? Right now Roku to me looks like it's trying to find a base, and it's for the year. Let's see here. For the year, I mean, we're pretty much flat for the year. Like, I mean, yes, it has gone. It reached a low of 29, went as high as 77, but from January 1st to now, I mean, it's pretty much back to where it was. I mean, it opened at like $40, now it's at 41. So, oh, I said 11. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. My apologies. I misspoke. I had the 11 puts on. I had 11 puts last week. That's what in my mind, because I was bag holding those 11 puts for like 2 weeks until they finally worked out. Is why 11's ingrained in my mind right now. I now have the 10 strike puts. 10 strike puts. Merrill, what's going on? Glad you guys are here. So Roku to me, guys, like, I think is looking for a base. I would definitely wouldn't buy anything in here for me, because I mean, and if you're gonna do something, I would probably do something like that's two-sided. But you know, think about this: they didn't have good earnings. Their guidance was not good. You know, it might just sit flat. I mean, it could just sit flat for the next month. You know, you got to be careful. So I need more information. Like, if it breaks 40, if it goes below 40 here, then I would be interested in it. If it breaks above 45, I would be interested in it. But right now at 41, there's not enough juice for me, and they could right here at like 41, 43, 42, they could bleed you out. They could bleed you out. So OSTK, I saw you guys talk about overstock.com, OSTK. You guys were trading a little bit last week. I don't really like their chart. I looked at it this morning, and I know some people made some money on it in our group. You know, the chart is terrible. I mean, yeah, you can make some money here. What I don't like about Overstock, I was looking at these today because I saw you guys making some money on this over last week. What I didn't like the volume that was traded, and this morning it was really low. I mean, it was like 100 or 200, and it's still pretty low. Open interest is very small. I mean, the $16 puts got some interest, but you know, they have pretty wide bid and asks here. You know, the bid and ask is wide. I just don't like this kind of setup. So if you guys haven't noticed, like, the way that I set up my trades is I kind of analyze, like, okay, how can they screw me on this? Like, how can someone screw me on this? Because like I've told you guys many times, like, the goal of the market is for you to give them your money. Like, they want your account to go to zero because their account gets fatter, but at the same time, you want to take their money. So that's why there's always a battle. Like, there's always a battle in the market. Like, so how can, if I were to put a position on here in Overstock, like, there's a lot of ways it could screw me. Once the volume is pretty low. I mean, give or take. I mean, there's only one strike here that's worth trading. Even that, you know, we got $5, 5 cent wide bid in the ass down here. Then we have 10 cent. Then we have a 10-cent gap. Then we have 15-cent gap. Then we got, you know, 25-cent gap here. So it's like there's a lot of ways that they could screw you on this trade. So I typically kind of tend to pass on these. I mean, yes, these are up 250%, 280% today. Overstock's down 16%, but that's kind of what I was looking for. I mean, obviously, like for a stock like this, if you didn't short it when it was like in the 20s, like on the big green days, this is the type of stock that like on the big green days you short. And today's not a day you go in short. When it's down 16%, you don't go in short. You missed the boat. Friday, should have shorted it. If you're going to trade this, if you're going to do it like kind of like GE, on the big green days you short it. And on here today, I wouldn't short this because the lows at 1638 were at 1756. I mean, there's just not, if it goes up to 25, 26, maybe I would partake because it's a lower risk trade. But right down here, we're just grinding at the bottom. Friday, it would have been a good short one going from 17. Squeeze a lot of people out going up to 22. But stocks like this, like stocks that their chart look like this, like just complete downtrend, you short on big green days. You close your eyes and you short. And you're rewarded. These were people rewarded. But, they had a 16. Think about this also. There's also better opportunity in the market because it had 16% down day, and these are only up 200 to 300%. Like, and I say, you say, hey, isn't that a lot, Nick? Like, isn't that a lot of money? Yes, that's good. But think about this. It had to move 16% for you to make 200%, which is like, I mean, a 16% move, you should have made 2,000%, 1,000%. You should not be making 200%, 100%. I mean, this made 150%. I mean, I guess that's good, but, too much risk, not enough reward here, basically. So this trade will work out, but I guarantee you, if you keep trading this way, the amount of times it doesn't work out, it'll make your account go negative. James, Merrill. Let's get to Merrill. Merrill, CVS. See what we got going on here. CVS. I was looking at this today. We had a guy in our group trading this actually. I've traded CVS from time to time. What I'd be looking for is it to get back to up to 80, and then I would probably short it. So for me, I would be looking right now. It's kind of floating. It could come back down, it could go up. So I mean, I guess you could. I don't typically like trades like this. Like I'd rather trade it when it gets to 80 and then have it break down or break up, rip up or break down. I don't really like trades like this when it's in the middle, So that's what I'd be looking at, and I would be looking. IV's down, but it could definitely come down a little bit more. Disney at support. Let's see here. Yeah, James. Let's see here. James, yeah, Disney actually has been holding up pretty well, I would say, in terms of the way the market has been reacting. There's a lot of good things going on with them. Obviously, their movies are getting a lot of love. Also, their people are gearing up for their streaming service coming out in 2019. So not a bad trade here at 112. Not a bad. Yeah, I mean, I definitely. The only thing that I don't like about Disney. The only thing that I don't like about Disney is that it's a slow mover. Like when it goes up, as you can see, like it goes up so slow, and then it ripped down, it drops. So you got to be patient with it. Like yeah, it had some giant green days in here, but like days like this, like weeks like this, it just kills you. It's a slow grind. So it's best to like right now it's kind of just chilling. For Disney, the way to trade it, like for me, honestly, you want to wait for these quiet periods. Like right now, it's in a quiet period, so probably not a bad trade. So if we get a catalyst, but for me, I don't typically like trading it just because it's a slow grind. Yeah, Hamed knows what I'm talking about. If you ever trade Disney, you better be trading like weeks out. Yeah, like McDonald's, exactly like McDonald's. Like if you're trading that, you gotta be smart. You gotta. And honestly, there's other stocks that I like trading better, like the tech stocks that have more faster returns. I guess you could say they whipsaw faster, and yeah, we got almost 60 people here, man. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining the stream, man. I thought maybe after taking off a week, it would. Like I'd have like 3 people watch me. When I first started streaming, there was literally like 3 people here, and no one would comment. So you guys I definitely appreciate everyone that's here right now, everyone that's watching, everyone that's interacting in the chat. I mean, you guys are the best. Wally, no problem about Roku. AMC and LB. AMC. I don't typically trade AMC. The chart looks actually not bad. Oops, AMC, not AMD. Get so used to typing in AMD. Okay, yeah, this is why I don't trade AMC. So AMC, I mean, there's no volume. No volume here. Let's look at the monthlies. I mean, even on the monthlies, there's no volume on these monthlies. I mean, 6 were traded today. The 14. What kind of strikes are these? What is this? They got 14, 1445, 1450. Yeah. What is that? Okay, these are normal. These monthlies, that's weird. 1445s. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't trade AMD. Like, even though the chart looks good, like if you're gonna trade this, just buy the stock. Like the options, there's a lot of ways to get screwed. LB. Limited brands. Let's see there. I heard Gap is having a hard time. I didn't look into them yet. Yeah, same thing, low volume. So for me, guys, so the calls are okay, but as you guys know, for me, I don't typically trade low volume options. One stock I want to look at is Gap. They were actually having some issues. This actually looks pretty good two-sided action. Obviously a pretty good downtrend here, but I think Gap does trade pretty good. No, Gap doesn't trade. So Gap does not trade. Thoughts on GE? Short the green days. The thing is, I don't typically like trading stocks under $10 just because it takes so long to get to where you want to go. GE is going to go sub 5. I mean, that's my opinion, of course. I believe that. I believe GE is going to go sub 5. I just don't know how long it's going to take to get there. I've made a lot of money in the last couple of weeks shorting GE from 11s down to the 9s. But down here, ever since it broke 9, I really haven't been making any money. Okay, everyone, no one comment for 5 minutes. Ice Cooler, what's going on? Yeah, this is a slow mover. Oh, Walmart. I had a trade on last week. I think before I left. I mean, I traded this. This is pretty good, but I don't like Walmart in this consolidation period just because it's so slow. FC's right. FC, what's going on? Nice to see you here. What's going on? GameStop and CRM. Sakara Kit. Kit. Do you prefer Sakara Kit or just Kit? I can't. GameStop, I'm actually surprised is going to make it through this holiday season. I thought they'd be out of business for sure. What's GameStop? Is it GME? Is that yep. I actually was really surprised that GameStop has pulled through. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. At this point, I guess I would wait. CRM. Yeah, CRM's in a downtrend as well. I mean, tech, cloud stocks, like Adobe, CRM, they're all getting hit pretty hard right now. I probably am not going to trade them for earnings. And Hamed says NVIDIA. Whew. Yeah, man, that one took a hit on its earnings last week. Yeah, I mean, let's see what the 2 years. Go to the 2-year chart here. All right, so looks like it has. The problem with Nvidia is there's really not like any support. Sorry guys, I'm a little stuffed. There's really no support. I mean, there's someone like in the 160 area, 150, high 150s, low 160s. But I mean, everyone's just been buying it and buying it and buying it, and any dips were bought. But for Nvidia though, I would actually be pretty interested in what's going on here. If it consolidates down here or if it fills this gap is what I'd be looking at. So for me, for like a trade, I'd be looking for to get to like 170 and then put a trade on. If we can get to 170 and you're leaving a lot of money on the table, but like for me to trade this safely, it needs to move, and right now it's not really moving. I mean, yeah, it's moving a little bit, but moving $10. But how are these priced here? Yeah, I mean $7 expected move, moving $10. I mean, it's just really pricey right now. And if it stays the same, so that's why I would look for it to move maybe up to 170 or get to like 165, then put a trade on. Down here, it's going on FC. Yeah. So down here, I don't really like it. I need to move a little bit and then to put a trade on. Fortnite is ending GameStop. Does anybody here stream gaming? Stream video games? Or am I the only one? I watch a lot of video games, which is kind of weird. Epic Games would be a cool IPO. Yeah, I guess they got to be more than a one-hit wonder, though, right? The internet and Steam and digital games in general. Yeah, GameStop is not long for this world. I mean, Microsoft is looking to launch an Xbox without a CD drive, and if they do that, GameStop is not going to have any more inventory. Yeah, if you guys want, my brother actually launched a streaming channel last week. If you guys are interested in that, I will drop you the link if you want to follow. Little shameless plug there for him. You need to be careful with GE shorts at this point. There are after-hour trades last week above $12. My upside target is $8.90. Not yet a buy though. There is likely going to be news soon. I don't know. I mean, I could see how GE could be establishing a bottom, but I mean, this could easily just go to $1 or $2. GE could easily say like, we can't. Our debt is too much, and we can't see how we're going to make it through the next year. And if that happens, I mean, this is going to get cut to $3 and $1. I mean, when you're sub $20, when you're sub $10, I mean, you're down there for a reason. You're down there for a reason. You didn't get to sub $10 just because you were doing things right. Nick, Twitch stock picks options Fortnite combo. Yeah, next gen consoles won't have physical media. I agree. Baron, here. Was that Turtle Beach? Turtle Beach. I bought some a couple months ago. Yeah, for me, I mean, like this is like another one. Like it needs to move. Like the stock needs to move. Down here, I mean, it's good that it's establishing a base. If you're gonna do something like right now, if you wanted to put a trade on it, you probably want to be buying some stock. Options, Yeah, there's not a whole lot being traded. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, volume was pretty low. You got to go to December. They only have the monthlies. Yeah, this is a tough trade. If you're trading options, like if you're gonna trade Turtle Beach, you're probably just better off buying some stock and holding on until it gets to 30 again. You know. Yeah, guidance. Yeah, GE guidance is poor. GE could be the next Sears. Yeah, I mean, if they start unloading their assets, they're going to be done. If they start selling their assets to stay in business, I mean, it's game over, man. They're going to be GEQ. The only thing is with GE, like I was saying before earlier in the stream, like GE, what you got to be careful about now. It's $7. You got to give yourself enough time for the trade to work out because, you know, it moved a penny today. It's up a penny today, up 0.13. You know, to move a 10% move would be 75 cents, right? And that's like 675 ish area. You know, you got to be careful. So you got because the moves need because it's so low priced, the big moves are not going to be like that many. It's not going to amount to a lot. That figure my long call 6 to 12 ounce out. CEO has like 150 million on the line to raise its stock. We haven't talked about Sears in a while. Richard, Sears is SHLDQ now. Snap, yeah, Snap I think is bad too. Yeah, Snap, I mean, they don't make any money. These guys don't make any money. Like, you know, it's kind of like your trading account. Like if you don't have any money in your account, you're not gonna make you can't make any more money. And these guys are just riding on funds, and they IPO'd a year ago or so, and I mean they've bailed. People are bailing. I mean, you know, social media was all the rage, and now it's not. Netum, I bought Strangles mostly. I bought Strangles, and I bought some puts on USO. These are my trades I made today. EZ banking, Netum, then hit the replay if you can, because I did about 30 minutes on all my positions that I put on today. Banking sector, what do you guys think? I mean, it's just terrible. GS is in trouble. JP Morgan actually looks probably the best. What about Bank of America? Bank of America's not that bad, but Goldman Sachs got axed. Bank of America is trading in a range now, but pretty big ranges right now. You know, it's in this area. I mean, we're having pretty big ranges. I think that the options are probably a little bit overpriced for Bank of America. They got earnings coming up in January. So for Bank of America, I would probably, like for me, it would have to be at least a 3-week kind of deal. Yeah. Let's see, 28. Did like a, yeah, I mean, you could do like a tight strangle and hope that it would either fall. I would prefer to put like a strangle on like at like 27 than like 27.50, because it could definitely just stay between 27 28. So for me I would wait till it breaks 28 or goes to like 27 area. That's for me. How would I play GS? Oh, let's see. William. Richard, I'll get to you in a second. William was asking about Twitter. Yeah, Twitter's in a range. We talk about this over the last few weeks. Is that the thing about Twitter is that it consolidates for a long time, as you can see, like down in here, consolidated for a long time, and then it popped up, but then it dropped. And you can see it consolidated in here for a while, and then we finally popped up, and now it's looking like to get consolidation around the 32 area. So with Twitter, if you're buying calls or even puts, whatever, I mean, you're going to have to buy stuff like 60 days out because it takes a while. It takes a while. I mean, you do make a lot of money. I did make a lot of money on this run up to 47 in here, but you got to be patient with it. So, and that's something you can't really monitor. It's not really a trade that you day trade or monitor all the time. Today I had a good day though. Went up 5%. That's pretty good. But today would be kind of the day if you bought around like in the 30s here or down in here, like down in 30s here, you would definitely cash out today. Richard, let's see. How would I play GS? Right now for GS, I'd be looking for consolidation because I think down here. I mean, look at how much IV spiked up in here right now. It's you need to consolidate. I mean, right now it's going to be really expensive for you to make a move. I mean, you could sell some premium in here. Let's see here. We could sell some premium. Yeah, I mean it's pretty expensive. I hate on Tastyworks. Sometimes when you click it and you click it again, it doesn't take you down to the. Oh, jeez. So if I was, I mean, I think the banks are doing well. Obviously, this chart doesn't tell you otherwise. I mean, they've had good earnings. This is terrible. But if I was going to do a trade, if I was going to sell a credit spread, I'd do a credit put spread. I'd probably do something, for next week. I'd probably do something like this: sell the 195, buy the 192.50, just a small trade. Might actually look into this tomorrow. That's how I would trade it. USO calls? No, USO puts. I bought the 10 strike puts for December 14th. Evan dropped the ball with Snap IPO as camera company. Yeah, in our mall over here, they had like Snapchat even had its little like vending machine where you could buy its spectacles, and like the mall was packed and no one was even going by it. It was like, obviously that's not a good way to do it, but it was pretty interesting. Guys got a lot of messages in here. Buffett bought more Bank of America, JPM, and Apple last quarter. Us versus herd mentality would be to short them, and it worked, and it would have worked. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just because Warren Buffett buys it doesn't mean it's a good idea for. I mean, a lot of people look to him like, if Warren buys it, I should buy it. But Warren, you got to think about it. Like everyone does things for their own portfolio for a certain reason. Warren may be buying that. Obviously he's looking at Bank of America and Apple for the dividends. He may not actually be looking to make money on the stock, and he's not looking to sell the stock. Maybe in our lifetime, definitely not his lifetime, because I mean he's getting old, So he's not looking to sell. He's looking to make the money off the dividends, and he's not looking. When Warren buys, he's on the 30-year plan, 50-year plan. He's not looking to sell that stock anytime soon. And when he does things for his portfolio, he does things that are for his portfolio, not for your portfolio. Your portfolio, you're going to be thinking something different, and that's where people get caught up. The G20 talks will affect oil and Chinese stocks one way or another. Should be interesting. G20 talks. Hope the egos can calm down for cooperative negotiations. Probably not. China wants to steal our blueprints. Probably no deal by Trump. I mean, China's already took the blueprints for Boeing and Apple and all that. I mean, There's not much left to give. I would get a call, though. Interesting. Nick is long on banking stocks. Making sense, though. Yeah, I mean, the interest rates are going up. These guys are going to be making more money. The only thing that I would be concerned about is consumer credit debt. That's what I'd be concerned about. I'd be concerned about consumer credit debt and the ability to pay back their credit cards and their loans. So, I mean, I do think, like, if we go, let's look at Goldman Sachs here, like the 2-year. And I really think, let's go. This is the 3-year. Now, we're in a place here. This is Goldman Sachs. You know, we're in a dangerous spot here in the 190 area. It's either going to establish some new support or, you know, we're coming down to 175 pretty easy. You know, 175 very easy. You know, I would like to see it to move up towards 200 to kind of get that gap, and that's short term. But long term, I mean, this could come back down to 180, 175 area very, very easily for Goldman Sachs. But I mean, like for the short term trade, like if you're going to put a trade on this week, you know, you might want to trade that gap fill to 200 this week. But for like the long term, we're in trouble. I don't know. Like, I don't know where we're going to go. You could just, from the chart, I mean, I think the stocks went up because, or the banks went up a lot because I think Trump overpromised, and this has nothing to do with like political views or anything. This is straight business. You know, he overpromised with the tax cuts and all this stuff, and people were buying stocks left and right and thought we were going to make money hand over fist, and everyone was going to be rich. And in reality, that's not really the case. You know, we're not. You know, we'll find out what how well the tax cuts, how much more money each American gets. You know, after this year, you know, this upcoming year is going to be very interesting to see how much people get back, or if they don't get back that much, or they're paying more tax. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Hamed, we did talk about Snap. Fit. I stopped trading Fit. So Fit hit my target like the day after my stuff expired. So Fit. Yeah, so I had $5 puts because I thought we were gonna gap fill this, and it went up for a few more days, and it was my bad that I only bought like 2 weeks out instead of like 3 or 4 weeks out, which I should have done, or maybe did like 45 days, or even 60 days, and it did give it all back. We didn't quite fill the gap, but it would have been good enough. But those expired. I don't do well with stocks under $10 just in general. Richard, I will go against my feelings and buy a put on GS tomorrow. Just trade safe, Richard. Just trade safe. Hedge it if you need to. You know, like for GS, what you could do, if you're bearish on it, let's say, and depending on how much time you want to do, you know, if you're bearish on it, let's do it for next week. You know, you could buy like the 205 call, and then like the 190 put. You could do that. All right, Secure Kid. See you later, William. Buffett is all about the short term. No, he's not. Check out his holdings. Check out how long he holds. So yeah, I mean, you could do something like this. And then if it does move up past 200, I mean, you could break even. Or make a little bit of money. So we're a little bit over an hour. Anybody got any last questions, concerns? Just want to hang out? I actually put on a lot more trades than I thought I was going to today. So we'll see. we'll see. We'll see what we can do this week. But based on this price action after hours, it looks like tech stocks want to go lower, which is very interesting. Hope you had a good turkey day. What do you think about GM? So GM's laying off a bunch of people, closing some factories. Came out today. Did spike up quite a bit because they're going to try to be more profitable. Let's try to get some stuff here. Where is it? Trump threatens GM over Ohio plans to better damn well open a new plant there. GM needs to break through this level before it can head higher. That's what CNBC is saying. Yeah, I mean, for me, let me get back to the chat here. For me, honestly, it needs to get above 38, and ideally, I think, like, if you're bullish on this, I think it needs to break above 40 to get to anywhere good. You know, it sold off $10 in the last few months. You know, I think it needs you would either short today, or if you're bullish, you would wait for it to get to above 40. Come on, guys. Nick should have less than 40 likes on the video. Yeah. Rocky, you're welcome. Yeah, SC, you know all about the Warren Buffett mentality. He buys and he holds forever. The longer you hold, the less risky it gets. I mean, he has a good foundation. I mean, but like that doesn't really help when you're options trading. If you're buying stocks for the long term, then and you want to wait 40, 50 years for your return, go for it, But that's not how I trade. I mean, kudos to Warren Buffett to be, basically a middle-class citizen, and I think he's the only person or only company in the S&P 500 that started from scratch like that. And I think they only have 30 employees or something. So yeah, GM, I think GM just throws a lot of things in there. I don't really like excuse me. I don't really like trading stocks when there's news like this. I would short it back down to 35, honestly, based on the news. Because there's a lot of news in the media today, and it's just a lot of hype. And but long term, I would probably, if you're bullish on it, I would probably want it to break above the 40 level before getting too serious about it. Buffett bought Apple at 220. I think didn't he also buy Apple at 99 or at 100 as well, 2016, I believe. I think so. Crypto getting manipulated, agreed. Long-term potential is there, though. I was thinking the short. Yeah, I mean, I would have shorted. If you were in a short, you would have shorted this candle here in hopes that it returns back down to 35. Tomorrow, who knows? But right now, futures are down a little bit. We got S&P's down 9. Dow down almost 100, NASDAQ down 33. So, please not Joe. Don't chase the rally tomorrow. So, yeah, guys, if this video was of value to you, hit the like button. Gonna be jumping off here. Definitely enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Bit over an hour. We're getting back into it. As you can see, I'm getting really congested as time's going here. Was out shoveling all the snow we got here. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Buffett first entry is 166. Okay. You guys take it easy. Chicken wing. Stay blessed. Jalen. 50 billion. All right, take care, guys. See you tomorrow.